Hello everyone, and welcome back to VJ's English Club. Hello semuanya, it's me, Pak Vincent. Today, we're going to learn something super useful that will make your English sound so much better. We're talking about pronouns, or as we say, Kata Ganti. You ready to make your sentences sound amazing? Okay, let's get started.
So, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll figure out what pronouns are and why we even need them. Then, we'll meet the whole pronoun family. There are quite a few. After that, we'll tackle possessives, which can be a little tricky, but you'll get it. Then, we'll learn to make our sentences stronger with relative pronouns. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a good summary. It's going to be great.
All right, first things first. What even are pronouns? Before we start trying to memorize a big list of words, it's really important to understand why we use them. It's the key to everything.
Okay, just look at this. It's a perfect example. On the left, it says, Maria went to school. Maria was tired. It sounds okay, but hearing Maria again and again is a little repetitive, isn't it? Agak berulang, kan? Now look at the right side. Maria went to school. She was tired. See? It just flows so much better. Using she instead of repeating Maria makes it sound more natural.
And that brings us right to the main idea. So what is a pronoun? It's just a word that replaces a noun so we don't have to repeat ourselves. Simpelnya, kata yang menggantikan kata benda untuk menghindari pengulangan. It's a very small word, but it does a huge job to make us sound like great English speakers.
Awesome. So now you know their secret job, right? Let's meet the whole pronoun family. Think of this like a guide to all the different kinds of pronouns you can use. You're going to know all of them by the end of this. Let's do it.
Okay, first up are the two most common types, subject and object pronouns. Subject pronouns are the ones doing the action. They're the stars of the sentence. Mereka adalah pelaku aksi. For example, I love music, or she reads a book. Now, object pronouns are the ones receiving the action. Mereka penerima aksinya, like he called me, or the cat saw us. See the difference?
Next, we have the possessives. These guys are all about ownership. Ini semua tentang kepemilikan. Now, you'll see two types here, and they look really similar, which can be confusing. But don't you worry, there's a super simple rule to tell them apart, and we are going to look at that very, very soon.
And here we have two more types. Reflexive pronouns, the ones that end in self or selves, they reflect the action back to the subject. Jadi action itu kembali ke subject, like when you say, I cooked dinner myself. And then we have demonstrative pronouns. These are super easy. They're for pointing. Ini kita pakai untuk menunjuk. You use them all the time. This is my pen, or those are my shoes.
And to complete our family tour, here are the last three. We have interrogative pronouns, which you can probably guess are for asking questions. Untuk bertanya. Who is that? What are you doing? Then relative pronouns, which are powerful connectors. More on them later. And finally, indefinite pronouns. We use these when we aren't being specific. Tidak specific. Words like someone, anything, everybody. You get the idea.
Okay, everybody, let's focus here for a moment. We're going to zoom in on those possessives. I know this part confuses a lot of students, but trust me, there's a very simple trick to it. Once you see it, you'll never be confused again, I promise you.
Here it is, the one big rule you need to remember. Ready? On the left, you have possessive adjectives like my, your, our. The rule is they must have a noun right after them. Harus diikuti kata benda. You have to say my book, your house, our car. It needs a partner. But on the right, you have possessive pronouns like mine, yours, ours. These guys stand alone. Mereka berdiri sendiri. They don't need a noun. So you just say, this book is mine. That's it. Simple, right?
You guys are doing great. Fantastic job. Now, how about we level up your English? Let's learn how to use relative pronouns to connect two small sentences into one longer, more powerful sentence. This is how you really start to sound impressive.
So let's imagine we have two separate ideas. Here's the first one. It's a simple sentence. The teacher is very kind.
And here's the second idea. The teacher taught me. Now, both of these sentences are perfectly fine, but how can we join them together into one smooth idea so we don't have to say the teacher twice? Any ideas?
Boom! We do it like this. The teacher who taught me is very kind. That little word who is our relative pronoun. It's a bridge that connects the two ideas perfectly.
In Bahasa Indonesia, it's pretty much like using the word young. See how much cooler that sounds?
Okay, so here are your main tools for connecting sentences. We use who when we're talking about people, like the girl who won the prize is my friend. We use which for things and animals. For example, the movie which we watched was boring. That is awesome because it works for people or things. And whose is for possession, for kepemilikan. Like, that's the boy whose bike was stolen.
All right, team, you've done such a fantastic job today. Seriously, we've gone through the entire pronoun family. So now, let's just quickly review the main points to make sure you remember everything. Let's wrap this up.
Anytime you need to use a pronoun, just think of these 3 simple steps. First, find the noun you want to replace. Second, decide what the pronoun's job is. Is it the subject, the object? Is it showing ownership? And third, just pick the right pronoun for that job. It's like a quick little checklist you can use anytime.
So, what's the big takeaway today? It's simple. Pronouns help us speak smoothly without repeating words. Practice every day. And listen, Pak Vincent percaya kalian semua bisa menguasai ini dengan mudah. I really do. With just a little practice, you're all going to be experts at this. Thanks for your amazing focus today. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time. Sampai jumpa!